superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having... Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting markets, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck!
Parlez les gars, parlez. Ouais. Mais demande beaucoup. Il fait lent. Oh, le délai, c'est pas, j'ai plus de problème. Hey! Jouez! Joue là! Encore! Sortez!
And Gomez on the right hand side, Armstrong down the middle. Raul Jimenez is on the bench for Blackburn. Also that 4-2-3-1. Balázs Toff's the goalkeeper, reportedly on his way to Celtic. Salibiosu, Aitchison, McLaughlin and Pickering across the back. Forshaw, Montgomery, hold midfield, Morishita, Campbell and Afolayan. Former West Ham and St. Pauli man, with Gudjonsson down the middle. The game has kicked off. All gold, new start. They'll be hoping with Cesar Bachetto in the dugout now. They're in the traditional kit. Change strip for Rovers, predominantly white with a blue and red sash on the front. Mosquera, 12 yellow cards in the Premier League last season for the Colombian. He'll be hoping to tidy his game. I saw Santiago Bueno. He's been linked with Ajax and plenty of others actually this week. I think there's a few Wolves players who may be heading out the door, perhaps if they get their wish. Jose Sars on the bench, but he's reportedly looking for a move away. Like Krejci has been linked with Real Sociedad, of course, transferred in from Girona when he joined Wolves last summer. Strong challenge by Montgomery, but a fair one according to our official is Farhad Lam. We'll see our first few shots of Cesar Bachetto. Gil Vicente to 6th in the Portuguese league last season, but first job in England. Different story for Tony Mowbray, hugely experienced. Armstrong picks up the throw, gives it to another last weekend's goal scorers in Andre. Switches the play to Kieran Trippier, arrived in the summer. He and Raul Jimenez could be really smart free transfers. Rafiki Saeed's also signed, but he's got a knee issue and likely to play probably until October. Play just breaks down for Wolves. Way by Aitchison on the edge of the Blackburn box. Gudjonsson can't pick up possession. McLaughlin had to wait a long time for that ball. Maybe he looks at Toff as if he should have got the shout. It's just a bit untidy at the moment. Gudjonsson does really well. However, the worst enemy at the moment are Blackburn. Morishita takes it off Cantwell's toes. And Wolves start again. Rodrigo Gomez has it 30 yards out. Turned by Adam Armstrong. Lovely little nutmeg. Maybe went one too many. I thought Farhad Lam might have brought it back for a potential foul on the former Southampton man. But no. Toff, mentioned linked with Celtic. He only plays it short. Blackburn, they're going to try and play out from the back as much as they can. Well, Andre, more fouls than anyone else in the Premier League last season. João Gomez also up there. He's of course departed. He commits his first foul of the season. And it's a free kick to Blackburn just inside their half. I'm Jack Ogilvie, joined by Rob Eddick for the start of what could be another wonderful season.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be tough, you would have thought, for Blackburn. It's not an easy start. They did actually have a better away record, didn't they, last season? But, I mean, they got one or two too many injuries, you would have thought, to come into this new campaign against one of the favourites. They've got a chance down the left, though. Yeah,
McLaughlin found Afolayan. He got past Trippier. Trippier got back. They're just having a tussle between them. Trippier gets his body in a good position. It's away eventually by Mosquera. It's a heavy touch by Rodrigo Gomez. Out for a throw. Blackburn get on with it quickly. Forshaw into Afolayan's feet. He joined from St. Pauli in the summer. Spent a couple of seasons in the Bundesliga. Came for it at West Ham. Circuitous route to where he is now, but I think it's going to be a good signing for Rovers. Forshaw, steady and influence in the middle of the park. To McLaughlin, who's been good since coming in from Hull. Blackburn having their first few moments of real possession in this game. Forshaw lets the ball roll across his body. Afolayan does nicely. He's tackled strongly by Andre, but he gets the ball away to Alibiosu, the right back. Bit of space for the Nigerian to move into. Step over, wants it back from Morishita. He's going to get it out of Biossi. Rise the challenge of Muller Wolf. Back to Morishita. Good territory this for Blackburn. What can they produce? Cantwell toe pokes it away nicely to Alabiosu. Needs an early cross. He cuts back inside onto his left foot. Clips it. It's away by Toti Gomez. The captain at the moment for Wolves. It's a good header away by the Portuguese. Finds halfway. It's kept in. Aitchison will give it to McLaughlin. And work it back to Aitchison, and maybe just a chance for a breather. That was good play, wasn't it, by Blackburn? Finding territory, but you're never 100% convinced they're going to do much with it.
No, but I thought they kept possession really well. They worked the space. Better delivery and might have been required. I didn't think Wolf defended the space particularly well. He was just standing off the crosser. Maybe Blackburn didn't have enough bodies in the box. They're hardly going to go gung-ho so early in the game. Maybe they might do a little bit more later on, but I mean, it's a good start for them inside the first 5 minutes. Bit of pressure, okay, didn't lead to much, but it just reminded Wolves, you never quite know how they're going to react after last season. Obviously this is a step down, a new manager though, you just don't quite know how they're going to react, and they're going to be the side that's under pressure because everyone expects them to win, particularly at home.
Yes, 8 seasons in the Premier League, wasn't it, for Wolves? And it became part of the furniture, but unfortunately, a model, I guess, of selling the best players every summer caught up with them, and they sleptwalked into relegation last season after a couple of scares. Well, Kieran Trippier has a scare for him. It's a poor touch, and Cantwell gets on to it. Good work by Afalai, and Cantwell goes down the left-hand side. Recovery by Rodrigo Gomez, gets a thumbs up by Trippier. Blackburn look to get on with it quickly. Foreshot. Gives it to Montgomery. Christy Montgomery versus the ball, and Pickering, now Montgomery again. Foreshot, never in any rush. Nice ball down the line by him to Afalai, and Trippier steps in. Rodrigo Gomez gets the tackle. Andre now will step out. Pledges commitment to the club quite early on. Which was quite impressive, I thought, from the Brazilian, of course. Compatriot João Gomez has headed nearby to Aston Villa. Played in the Super Cup defeat on Wednesday evening. Mascara. Comfortable possession this for Wolves in their own half. Blackburn not entirely interested in pressing. He's passing it side to side. At Wolves, Trippier, experienced head. Matt Doherty leaving the club. Made his debut for Sheffield United last Sunday in the EFL Cup tie. That's one of the standout games tomorrow, actually, in the Championship. Sheffield United against Birmingham City. As Matthews Mane, inside ball, bit ambitious. Armstrong can't get it. Cantwell then cuts it out, 4 short. And Pickering. And Blackburn, they're not going to go back to front. They're going to try and play their way. Tony Mowbray, a coach with a reputation for playing football in a possession-best style. Often that coaches are almost at odds with their playing persona. It's quite a bruiser at times, wasn't it, at the back at Tony Mowbray, but they did try and go along there. It was quite comfortable for Mosquera. I do think that might be an issue for Blackburn's forward. Neither Cantwell nor Johnson quick, and Mosquera and Toti Gomez both cover the ground pretty well.
Yeah, goals could easily be a problem for Blackburn over the course of the campaign. You wouldn't think it's a problem for Wolves, but of course they're not getting Armstrong involved very much so far. There is Jimenez on the bench. We've seen glimpses of him. He's back at the club. But they're sort of proven goal scorers, and that's something that Blackburn are probably lacking. I don't think Wolves have made a particularly good start. Thought it was a poor pass from Mane moments ago, and they've just been caught in possession again.
Yeah, Morishita on the right hand side, found by Good Johnson makes a run towards the penalty spot. Andre does well, comes back, just intercepts the ball. Blackburn looking to get on with it quickly, but going backwards rather than forwards. Two sides just trying to settle into the game. You mentioned it, Raul Jimenez, 9 Premier League goals for Fulham last season. 3 years he was with the Cottagers, and pretty impressive spell, you have to say. And I think he will have had offers elsewhere, but great memories of his time originally at Wolves, part of the team that made it into the Europa League. Raul Jimenez, and he's on the bench this evening. It'll be interesting to see when he gets fully fit how they approach things. Adam Armstrong they bought him in January from Southampton with a view to the Championship. It felt like, because he's got a great record at this level. The freaky side still to come back as well. I guess 46-game season, Championship, famously arduous, but good problems to have for the new coach.
Yeah, if you've got options in forward positions, fantastic. Obviously, you could defend in numbers. I don't think Wolves are defending in numbers. I don't think they're stamping their mark on this game just yet. And that's encouragement for Blackburn, who are just starting to see, particularly down the right-hand side, in fact, particularly down the wide areas, nothing through the middle as yet. There's been no threat in the Wolves box, but Trippier's been under a little bit of pressure. He's come up with tackles when he's needed to. He got beaten once. I think Wolves under pressure at the moment. But what have we had? Just coming up to 10 minutes completed, not a shot in anger yet, so both sides getting to a point before it breaks down. I would argue that Blackburn have looked a little bit more threatening than Wolves at this stage, but so early in the game.
Yeah, Alabiosu down the right hand side, controls, he's lining up Muller Wolf here, inside, outside, good play, ball towards the back post, after Lyons there, he gets header just wide of Dan Bentley's right hand upright. Not the pace really. It was a float. It was good play by Alabiosu, but it was a floated ball and one of those frustrating ones where Afellay just about a step. He has to step backwards, so he's always going away from goal. Not a bad contact, but difficult to do much with it.
Yeah, a bit too high, but none of the Wolves players actually attacked the ball. There's 6-7 defenders there, and it's a free header. Admittedly, it's too high to control, but it wasn't a million miles off. But again, it's Alabiosu getting the better of Wolf. Okay, the cross isn't perfect, but that's a couple he's put in there, which we're not seeing from Wolves going the other way. Here come Blackburn again, this time down the left.
Yeah, Blackburn, I thought I expected Wolves to dominate, but Blackburn, they've had 59% of the possession. Of course, that's the first effort from either side. Neither have hit the target, but encouraging, especially when they put a bit of pace into the game. Alabiosu down the right. Kieran Trippier is the Wolves right back. He throws to Ver Lopez, who knew the foul was coming. Happy to take the contact from Montgomery. The two Rovers changes this evening. Andre back to Toti Gomez. Muller Wolf. So Wolves change with Bueno dropping out with a groin injury. Gomez to Mosquera. Change of shape, I guess, for Wolves. His back four having been three at the back last season. Armstrong making a bit more support up top, but he nods it out for a throw on the far side. As we look at his independent off-tube studio commentary, Wolves going right to left. The new coach, Cesar Prochato, has got his arms forwarded. Quite a nice suit, I would suggest. Tony Mowbray looks a bit more casual but smart as well in the polo shirt. I guess it's a balmy evening at Molineux, as it is around most of the country. It's the second foul there by Andre, and a bit of a kick out at Pickering's shins there. Referee might be just making a few notes. Definitely a sore one for Pickering. Just remains down on his haunches. Todd Cantwell is the captain, so he is allowed to speak to the referee. So quite directly, but then the official not too interested. Tracking shots of the Blackburn fans. Madly encouraged by what they've seen so far. It's a short free kick. Toff into Forshaw now. McLaughlin. Cantwell dropping in. The left back area. Pickering back on his feet, by the way. McLaughlin will go back to Toff. Aitchison, the 19-year-old. Great season last term. So much so he's been given the number 6 shirt for this season, which is a good sign, isn't it? As Alabiosu clips it down the line, looking for Morishita. His header inside to Gudjonsson, doesn't reach his man, but Forshaw read the play well there. He's going to dink it down the line to Morishita as well. Toti Gomez comes across, no one in the area for the Japanese, but he does well to get himself into the 18-yard box. It was a decent ball, I thought, to Todd Cantwell. I think he thought it was for someone else and puts his hand up in apology. But Rodrigo Gomez can bring it away for Wolves. Trippier now into the Blackburn half, tries to fire it down the line. Well read by Pickering. Good interception. Fer Lopez gets the early throw. Both sides trying to play with a bit more pace. Good play by Fer Lopez. Slaloms through midfield and works it across to Molo Wolf. Body starts gathered towards the back post. He goes short to Mane. Needs a good ball. Right-footed ball. It's not a bad one towards Gomez. He wins it, perhaps at the expense of a goal kick. I think maybe he gave Pickering a bit of a nudge. Perhaps the officials have split the difference, but really good play by Fer Lopez in the midfield. It's amazing what you do when you inject a bit of pace into the play.
Yeah, he dropped his shoulder a couple of times as well, found the space for others. Not a bad ball in. I thought Blackburn actually defended it relatively well. It wasn't a free header, and they had enough bodies back. Personally, I thought it was a corner. I thought it came off Pickering last, rather than Rodrigo Gomez. He's probably not going to win too many headers. A back pass just gave Blackburn an inkling that they might get a loose free one there, but Bentley was out quick enough. But you better play from Wolves, because there was sort of an end product. It's into the 16th minute now, and that's probably the first time they got it with any purpose into the box. But having said that, I thought Blackburn dealt with it well enough.
Yes, they did. So it's still goalless for Lopez, signed from Celta Vigo this time last year. Well, Redwood sent him back there on loan during January. Obviously wasn't too pleased with what he's seen. He looks like he's going to get a lot of minutes this season. Did well back in La Liga, the Spanish under-21 international. Certainly one to look out for. His name has been popping up on pretty much all the pre-season predictions that I've seen. Johnny Gomez now strides forward, inside ball to Mane. Had that great patch around Christmas, then just went off, but still very, very young, the teenager. Molo Wolf, Andre, and see the sweat actually on the back of his shirt, a couple of shades darker than it was when he kicked off at night in the West Midlands. And Trippier wants to run it in behind. That's what I think he's asking Adam Armstrong to do. As Touch Gomez comes forward, off by Manetzi. Manetzi again round the corner. Nice bit of play. Lopez back to Manetzi now. He's got two players to his right hand side. Tries to thread it through to Armstrong. It breaks down. Cantwell going back into traffic. He's done really well there. Lovely dink over Mane's challenge. Now Alabiosu, who is the danger man for Blackburn, down the right hand side. He's still going. Andre misses his tackle. Johnson towards the back post. Short ball's Morishita. He's picked out. Morishita goes for goal. It's our first shot on target, but a tame one. Easy for Dan Bentley.
Yeah, pretty comfortable, but again, looking dangerous on the counter. I thought Wolves were actually looking dangerous in the last attack. A couple of 1-2s in the space, but I think the pass from Manetzi was probably the worst pass to try and play, or the most difficult pass. There was space out on the right. I think there's a bit of space in the middle for Armstrong, but he tried to just tease it in about 5 yards behind the fullback, and it just didn't have the pace on it. But then on the counter, once Andre has missed his tackle, there are options. Shot on goal, yes, it's tame, but it's tested the keeper. And at the moment, as I say, I think Blackburn are just carrying that little bit of threat, more so than Wolves. But one or two signs that the old gold is starting to click. It's taken a while to get going. That's a great ball through the middle. Wolves on the attack, could be a shooting opportunity. It's in the back of the net. One sly rule pass, and it's beautifully finished off by Manetzi. Clearly, the runners didn't track him. Through the middle, first time finish from outside the box, because the keeper came right out. I stole your goal, Jack. I do apologise, but Wolves have got the lead.
Yeah, hopefully they'll get one back. What a lovely goal that is. Manetzi, such a smart finish. Marshall Manetzi only scored once last season. He's off the mark early in this one. Just having a look, Montgomery goes on walkabout in midfield, and Manetzi just drifts forward. Neither Alabiosu is quite wide, or Aitchison spot him. A lovely left-footed finish. It's for Lopez with the ball through to him. Balastov comes out, but he's got a lot of space to close it down. Manetzi knows exactly what he's going to do with his left foot. finds the bottom corner. It's a really nice finish for a player who only scored once last season, as I say. And that might just calm a few of the Molineux nerves.
Yeah, I mean, the whole middle of the field just opened up. Menezes stood there, and it's quite static for a while. Clearly, Aitchison had his eye on Armstrong, but McLaughlin's not marking anybody, so they've just gone to sleep. And obviously Ali Biossa's been attacking plenty of times down the right. If he's not going to track and run, seems weird blaming him for a run down the middle, but if he's not got to help out defensively, he should be communicating. Aitchison, there's a man on your shoulder, he's in acres. They reacted too late, a massive gap through the middle, tidy finish, because he wasn't for catching, and that's how clinical Wolves could be. I was just saying Blackburn looked the most dangerous, but they fell asleep.
Yes, they did. Sometimes the best thing you can do is stand still, and that's what Menezes did there, just assess the game in front of him, because both Forshaw and Montgomery got caught ball watching, trying to win the ball. Menezes was happy to occupy space, and he worked out. Tony Mowbray unhappy, as you imagine, looking a bit glum, but a long way to go in this game. Just 20 minutes gone now. It is Wolves 1, Blackburn 0. Pickering has it for Rovers. That would have been the better side, but it just signs maybe in the couple of minutes before that Wolves goal, the hosts were starting to tick into something special. Ali Biossa's low balling from the right hand side is poor. Gomez's clearance wasn't the best. Forshaw dives in. There was a couple of challenges in amongst all that. It didn't look good from Forshaw. I'm not quite sure how much he got of Marshall Menezes. Andre played it to Menezes. Yeah, it's the technique, I would say, is a scissor. He's actually just trying to win the ball. He knows the ball's going past him, so he's trying to win it with his trailing leg rather than the scissor challenge.
Yeah, I think the aggression's been there from Blackburn, which is kind of stopped Wolves from attacking them in 20 minutes, of course. They're quite happy, Blackburn, for the likes of Mosquera and Gomez to have the ball, but as soon as it goes to Andre, Menezes, anybody in advanced position, because that's only 10 yards outside the Wolves box, but of course the challenge comes right in. Of course he was a fraction late, and he paid the penalty. Free kick, and Wolves have worked it pretty well out to the left hand side.
Yeah, Mane from the right hand side, from the left, yeah, cuts on his right foot. There was a run from Lopez from deep in midfield again. Cut out to Trippier, 30 yards out, ball towards the back post. Menezes in the area again. His header glancing more than anything. Mane will pick it up in the Blackburn right back area. Now Molo Wolf back to Mane, inside, outside, decent ball in. They're going to confusion among the Blackburn defenders, punched away by the goalkeeper. Lopez, a real free roll now, steps inside, outside, almost gets through. It comes to Andre on the edge of the box. Right to challenge, gives it to Armstrong. Trippier now. All of Wolves' outfield players in about 30 yards of the Blackburn goal. Trippier's ball's too strong, looking for Armstrong out for a goal kick. An opportunity, I think, for Toff, the Blackburn goalkeeper, to take a few seconds out of the game and calm things down.
Yeah, I thought he could have caught the cross, the first cross that is, but he went for the punch. Better safe than sorry, I suppose, but of course he didn't get that much distance on it. I thought Armstrong was a little bit too greedy. He had Trippier and Akers on the right hand side, but he shot on the turn. Here go Blackburn.
Yeah, Cantwell inside left position, edge of the Wolves box to Forshaw, shooting chance, he's going to go for it. He was winded up, and I'm not sure he had the power. It was blocked anyway. Mane back to Molo Wolf, who finds his touch. No, he doesn't. It wasn't a great clearance, but it's worked out well for Wolves. It came off Ali Biossu. Cesar Chotto will be pleased with what he's seen in the last 5 minutes. He's lots of hand signals and instructions, and looks like he's directing planes off the runway at the moment. Certainly animated the Portuguese as Trippier goes down the line to Rodrigo Gomez. Now Armstrong. Menezes is pushing extremely far forward as Lopez, freedom of Molineux at the moment, gives it to Molo Wolf. Mane off the left, thinks about it, thinks better of it, goes back inside, recycles possession. Andre happy to play deep so that Monetsi can break forward. Gomez to Mane from the left wing again. It's Gomez. Andre will look for a switch of play. Has Trippier stayed on side? The assistant keeps his flag down, looking along the line there as Trippier, Rodrigo Gomez, and jostles with Pickering, throws himself to the ground. Never going to get the decision. He insists he's right. I don't think he was, but even so, goal kick and a decent chance to hand over to Rob to take us through to half time.
Yeah, cheers, Jack. Wolves leading by a goal to nil. Monetsi in the 18th minute. Fer Lopez has been growing into the game as well. He, of course, got the assist. You might think it's an easy pass, but Lopez was actually under pressure when he played the ball. Of course, Monetsi was in acres and duly finished off. But that's the difference between the two sides. Since that goal in the 18th minute, Blackburn have been doing a lot of defending. Admittedly, no real saves made by Toth. They haven't looked as though they're going to increase the advantage at the moment, but Rovers under a little bit of pressure. Possession on the halfway line for them now, though. Back into their own half. Aitchison across to McLaughlin. Lopez sort of pressing, but is the only one at the moment. It's enough to force Rovers back to Toth in the D. Aitchison takes it from him, strides towards the halfway line, plays a channel ball. Chest pass, though, from Totti Gomez, given away by Wolf on the halfway line, looking for Lopez, intercepted by Forshaw. Forshaw and Rovers come again. Good ball out to the right hand side, and Alabiosu, it's Morishita, cross towards the near post, diving header behind. It will be, I think, the game's first corner, and again they're getting down the right hand side. Maybe the final ball not good enough, but it has led to a set piece.
Yes, it felt like a bit of a percentage ball there for Morishita, didn't it? Gudjonsson was trying to get across the near post. 7 goals for Icelandic international last season, of course, son of Ida, but couldn't get on the end of that. Wasn't helped by his colleague. They're going to try something here, Blackburn. 4 bodies towards the back post, already towards the near one.
Cross in towards the 6-yard box, and I think that came off a Wolves head, floated over the bar. And for a moment it looked as though Bentley was slightly wrong-footed. Everybody's looking at who's been penalised and which way the decision is going. I don't think Blackburn have fouled Wolves in that sense. It's just come off the head wrong, really, of Monetsi, the goal scorer. He was trying to head it away, but it's kind of glanced off his head back over his crossbar comfortably. It wasn't threatening an OG. So another corner, this time from the Blackburn left. And it's going to be another in-swinger, a little bit deeper though, to the far post. Wolfer heads away to the edge of the box, in fact just outside as Morishita collects, tries to go around the outside, fakes one cross, digs one out, a little bit too deep. Cantwell should keep it alive near the left touchline, closed down by Rodrigo Gomez. Forced back with a pass. Cross comes back in from a much deeper position. Not a controlled header away from Gomez. Has only found Morishita in towards the near post. Oh, and a glancing header has beaten the half-hearted dive of Bentley. The cross on that occasion much better. The gap in between. McLaughlin stayed up from the set-piece situation. He's glanced the header home. Blackburn are back on terms. 1-1.
Yeah, Rovers thriving on chaos there, weren't they? Really fractured play. Wolves have seemed to be getting deeper and deeper towards their own goal. It was a feature, well, has been for the last couple of seasons. Lateral balls into the box. Wolves struggle to defend them. Totti Gomez's initial clearance isn't the best. Morishita does well, just teases one in. Who is marking McLaughlin? I think Andre was the closest player to him, but maybe not his role. The small midfielder against the tall former Hull defender. It's a great run by McLaughlin and a really good header. He's going from the back post to the near and actually guides it past the goalkeeper, Dan Bentley. Had a bit of a flap at it. Not much he could do.
It's it's an equaliser. I wouldn't say it was coming, but of course a little bit of pressure, set pieces. There's a couple of chances for Wolves to clear. There's one Monetsi header which went back over the bar, another corner. I would say that all their danger points seem to be down the right. Obviously it's often been Alabiosu, but Morishita has got 2 or 3 crosses in the last few minutes, one of which of course has led to the equaliser. So there is a gap for Blackburn to exploit on the Wolves' left, and they have been doing that. 1-1 at Molineux, independent, unofficial off-tube studio commentary. And well, back to where we were. Blackburn, of course, had been defending quite deep, but a bit of pressure has led to the equaliser. We'll see what happens, as that's a bit loose from Armstrong in his own half of the centre circle. It's forcing Mosquera back to Bentley, so we'll start again. And there's no real press coming from either Gudjonsson or Cantwell. Not on Gomez and Mosquera when they have possession. A little bit more when it goes out wide to Trippier and Wolf. But at the moment it's fairly comfortable for Wolves. Pegged back at Molineux on the opening night of the new Championship season. And he did look a little bit miserable as well, didn't he, Cesar Picciotto? Wants his side to be a bit more proactive, perhaps. They can be with Marley down the left-hand side. Wolf on the overlap cross, took a deflection, and that goes into the side netting. This will be Wolves' I believe, first corner.
Yeah, and good play as well, down the left-hand side. Seen supporters urging an improvement from the home side. Tony Gomez among those coming up from the back. It was nice play, good inside run by Molo Wolf, and of course Trippier, he's going to take it, and one thing you're going to get from his excellent delivery.
Yeah, into the 31st minute at Molineux. Wolves 1, Blackburn 1. Trippier with a corner. It's kind of pinged to the far post, a little bit too deep though. Might well be kept in by Mosquera, who went for the first header but is able to recover. Wins a throw in right on the touchline, tackled as he tried to keep it in. Blackburn is suggesting the ball had crossed the touchline first, but the linesman got a pretty good view. Says no, Mosquera is thinking about a long throw for Wolves. Obviously he would ordinarily be a target if he wasn't the long throw taker, and he comes towards the near post, headed away well though by Morishita. Cross from a much more central position, looking for Marnie left hand side. Alabioso heads away, not very well. It's picked up, shot from Lopez on the half turn. It's dragged it wide at the far post, comfortably wide, and that will just be a goal kick.
Yeah, take a shot for Lopez, scored last week, didn't it? Good play by Manetzi, then just trying to catch the goalkeeper off guard there, but Toff would have had it covered, you imagine, had it been on target. Thumbs up from the Spaniard to the colleague. I gave Kieran Trippier the big build-up with the set pieces, but you could tell how he was approaching the ball. He was going to float it towards the back post, so you could see the Blackburn players all moved back together. It was just a bit predictable, I thought.
Blackburn on the attack, a bit of an up and under for Morishita. Not an awful lot that Avalon could do with that. Headed away by Mosquera. Fight for the ball in the centre circle. Goes Blackburn's way. That's a much stronger attempted header by Mosquera. Blackburn felt he could have had a free kick. It's not given, and it's Wolves on the counter with Fair Lopez. Dropped his shoulders, left Cantwell in his wake. Ricardo, cross on the half turn. That looked dangerous. Nobody quite up in support enough. Alabioso's taken no chances far post with Marty on his shoulder. He's put it behind. Another corner kick to Wolves.
Rodrigo Gomez, first time ball's a good one, isn't it, from the right hand side. Swings it in past McLaughlin. Did it catch his hand? I don't think it did. As you say, Alabioso stretched at the back post. No need to overcomplicate things, and concedes the corner kick.
Corner on the left. Trippier took the last one on this side, and he's going to take an in-swinger this time. Out comes the keeper. He's missed the punch, but he's reacted really well. I don't know if it hit him or an attacker. It was bouncing towards the goal, and he reacted really well after missing the punch. Pounced on the ball. That's a good bit of keeping in the end, if it wasn't convincing first up.
Oh, well, he's been very heavily linked with a move to Celtic, isn't he? That's tough. And well, the Scottish Premiership set-piece coaches, you get the feeling every corner, if he does go, he's going to be right underneath the crossbar. He's going to try and deal with them like that.
Yeah, he's trying to wind up for a big punch, but kind of beaten to it. Took too long, but as I say, the reactions to turn it around. It's going to be a yellow card, first of the game. Farai Halam not happy. I think it was a tug back. Might be Pickering who goes into the book. It looked fairly innocuous to me, but well, Ricardo Gomez, no, it's not innocuous at all. Turned him, did a full pirouette, both hands on the waist, and Pickering goes into the book. Rodrigo Gomez has been trying to win free kicks all game so far. That one very deserved, and it is the first booking. Trippier is going to take the free kick. It's only a couple of yards inside the touchline, maybe halfway inside the Blackburn half. Not eminently dangerous, but it's one good delivery in. Headed chance, potentially. Cross in towards the penalty spot. Nobody really takes charge. It's kept alive left edge of the box. Now Mane tries to float it towards Fer Lopez. He's got too much on it. Maybe Fer Lopez didn't quite guess the trajectory of the ball quick enough. Goes behind, goal kick, pressure off.
Yeah, frustration for Wolves. Maybe just a lack of communication there. It wasn't a great ball, and it wasn't a great run. Both managers looking pretty pensive. Tony Mowbray doesn't give too much away, does it? Just hands in pockets. So we see Rudy Gestead, of course, the sporting director these days at Blackburn.
Clearance downfield from Toff. A bit of head tennis. Eventually falls the way of Montgomery. He loses out in a battle. He might have just dragged down Mane as well there. That'll be a free kick to Wolves in the centre circle. And Cantwell's just kicked the ball away. And he's kicked it 2 yards. But Trippier was going to take a free kick, and clearly his time wasted.
Fario Galam is a cooler customer than I am, because I would have given Cantwell probably a second yellow card for how he's approached. How can he defend himself in that situation?
He's going to argue that the free kick wasn't going to be taken from where it should have been, but I mean, we're talking a couple of yards. Anyway, the referee has clamped down on it. There are plenty of rule changes which is involving stopping players getting carried away and ruining games. Mane's caught in possession, but he's done really well to win it back. Good Johnson thought he'd robbed him, but good recovery from Mane. Wolves have it back deep inside their own half. Lopez works a nice 1-2, then a little Cruyff turn, beats Forshaw. He's back on his feet. Referee trying to play an advantage, and well, he was going to play an advantage, but because Lopez got off the ground to then play the ball, he's basically brought it back for the free kick, which is all of a sudden for AILFC is frustrating everybody.
Well, I think he blew it, and he was the old moving ball was the thing, wasn't it? I think if the ball was stationary, he would have just played on, but because it was moving, he couldn't. Just got a bit bitty and a bit scratched in the game. A good play by Mosquera winning the ball out the field.
Fer Lopez tries an ambitious pass, but it's well defended by Pickering, getting there ahead of Armstrong. Blackburn try and play some one-touch stuff to get out of their area, given away there by Good Johnson, and Rodrigo Gomez brings it forward. Then it's passed back to the halfway line, bit of momentum lost. Mosquera to Andre, over to the left-hand side. Wolfer finds Mane, who's driving infield, 30 yards out, space in the D, shot! Oh, just over the post. Top corner, Fer Lopez trying to pick a spot. Keeper didn't move, but it's a fraction too high.
Lovely play, wasn't it? Mane coming in from the left-hand side. You think him and Fer Lopez might have some real fun this season. Goalkeeper didn't move. He obviously thought it was over, but you saw from behind the goal, Lopez hit that with real conviction, real venom and pace, and if it had been on target, I'm not sure Toff would have been getting there.
Yeah, he's looked quite lively as Fer Lopez. Of course, not quite got his shooting boots on. Another shot off target, but he's certainly impacting the game positively for Wolves. And Mane started to get involved a little bit more as well. Throw into Wolves on the halfway line, right hand side. Trippier's taking it. A little over 7 minutes to go at the end of the first half. Obviously Blackburn have got a couple of players on bookings now. Good defending from Alabioso, read the intentions of Mane, but then it's a poor pass, and Wolves have it back anyway as Andre switches play to Trippier, right hand side, 10-15 yards inside the Blackburn half, up to the feet of Armstrong, not facing the right way, lays it off to Andre, switches it to the left hand side. Mane 1-on-1. Wolf up in support. He's ignored for the time being. Left-footed cross towards the far post. For a moment I thought everybody was going to leave it for Rodrigo Gomez, but at the last Pickering heads it behind. Corner kick Wolves.
That was good by Mane, showing Alabioso that he will go onto his left foot. thought moments ago that Alabiosu intercepted him, read his movement and cut the ball out as he tried to cut in on his right foot. But Mane showing the right back, he will go down the left-hand side. He was hesitant, but Pickering did well at the back post.
This corner is taken short, and it's worked back to Trippier. Driving forwards, Mane goes for the curler. Oh, that's landed on the roof of the net. I think Toth is struggling again, but it's just off target. Again, the space and central positions will be a worry for Blackburn. This wasn't too far away.
No, it wasn't, was it? Nicely struck. The goalkeeper diving to his left-hand side. Mane had time to measure his effort. It was a nice one. Roof of the net stuff. The manager's frustrated, but certainly Wolves with the momentum at the moment.
Yeah, decent strike. I don't think Toth's got it covered. Having said that, it's too high, so I'm not trying to have a go at Toth, but I suppose one thing Blackburn will be thinking, at least the shots are coming in from distance, but they're not that far away. Fair Lopez a couple of minutes ago, Mane just now, and Rodrigo Gomez is leaving all behind him. The pass under hit towards Armstrong, just in the box though. That'll be disappointing, having shrugged off two would-be tacklers. Cleared by Blackburn up to the halfway line, flicked on. Cantwell tries to get in behind. Morishita is actually caught as he played the pass. It was under hit. Cantwell was never going to get there. Referee though felt there was no advantage, obviously, so it's a free kick to Rovers on the halfway line. 5 minutes of the first half remaining, plus whatever stoppage time is added on. Probably not too much, to be honest, as Alabiosu is again beaten Wolf down the right hand side. Cross doesn't find a teammate, and it's cleared to the halfway line. Blackburn's goal scorer McLaughlin under no real pressure as he collects. It's been a while since a Blackburn attack carried a threat, but they are coming forward. 3 in and around the box with the ball on the left hand side. Afolayan finds the chest of Gudjonsson. I'm not sure if that was who he was aiming for. Alabiosu, he can't control, and now Mane is sprinting forward for Wolves on the counter. Ball played down the right channel. Armstrong shooting opportunity, blocked by McLaughlin sliding across. Maybe the pass just a fraction under hit. The movement created the space for Armstrong, but that slight under hit pass. Andre into the D, beats one, left-footed shot, took a deflection, won't fall for Manetzi, but then cleared by the prone Aitchison on the floor. All of a sudden, harum scarum.
Yeah, the man, it was a good angle of the ball, the perfect pass, it just wasn't the right pace. And then because I think he was worried about that, Armstrong's first touch wasn't great either. It took him wide, just can't quite sit there for the Wolves attackers. Just a few signs that Blackburn open up. Mosquera's going to go for another long throw towards the near post, headed away by Aitchison, won back by Muller. Wolf, Manetzi's there, Armstrong will flick it on. Former Blackburn man, of course, a couple of good seasons in the Championship for them. Not testing the goalkeeper on this occasion.
Yeah, pressure, it's not quite there from the long throw. Obviously I've seen worse, but yeah, it's not quite deep enough to cause that many problems. Obviously there was a header in the end. Armstrong didn't have the power or the direction. Obviously there's a little bit of space actually for him, but headed passes less easy to control. Diagonal attempted from Toth, looking for Afolayan left hand side. Well, it's behind Afolayan, who can't stretch and keep it in. Wolves have possession back, albeit in their own half. 10 shots to 4 now in Wolves' favour, but they've only hit the target once. That was, of course, for the goal. Couple on target for Blackburn, but it's 1-1 at Molineux. Couple of minutes or so to go before half-time. As I say, I don't think there'll be that much added time, but I guess you're always going to get at least a minute, I would have thought. Wolves on the attack. Referee again playing advantage. Fer Lopez has played it between two. Armstrong, Manetzi, cleared by Aitchison up to the halfway line as Cantwell laid off and then tried to run into the same channel as Morishita, which has forced Rovers back into their own half just to retain possession and just to take a little bit of sting out of the game, because although they're back on terms and that posed a threat, it's Wolves have been looking more dangerous.
Yeah, they've got the quality, haven't they? They've got a bit of zip about the play when they come forward, especially Fer Lopez breaking from midfield. Alabiosu's been really dangerous down the right hand side for Blackburn. He knows, well, Wolf more importantly knows that he's going to struggle to match him for pace again. They're just trying to overload that right hand side. Wolves know whether to come or go. Morishita checks his run and Blackburn go backwards.
Yeah, Alabiosu was actually running down the channel. I think there's a pass there to Alabiosu, but not an easy one. And Blackburn that's a diagonal in towards Cantwell, who's able to bring it down after a slight misjudgment from Wolf, but then couldn't quite control, stabbed away. Will come again, Morishita pings it out to Alabiosu, who's got the pace to keep it in, right on the quadrant, fakes his left-footed cross, and a right, left comes in, it's low, not well dealt with by Totti Gomez, scooped it up in the air and it's not cleared. It's back with Alabiosu, right edge of the area. Morishita crosses deep to the far post, too deep, but Trippier volleys away first time, could have let it run. There was nobody beyond him, but he wasn't taking any chances. And then Morishita beaten to the loose ball by Mane, desperate to win it back, pushes over the Wolves winger, and it's a free kick to... Is that a yellow card? The referee is writing on the back of his yellow card. I'm not sure if it was brandished to Morishita. Confirm that in a moment. Obviously there are already two Blackburn players in the book. He's in shot. It hasn't quite been confirmed on screen.
I think he must be forced, right? Yeah, we're going to see cut Andre in half. Didn't he been back play, and the referee played a good advantage. Actually, he broke down, and that's the first time the ball's actually stopped. It's been one of those games, isn't it? The ball just doesn't seem to be going out of play at the moment.
Yeah, it's not the first tackle that Forshaw's made on Andre, but it might be the last. He's on a booking now as it's picked up on the left-hand side, but into stoppage time at the end of the first half. Not confirmed yet, but I can't see it being too long. Wolves do have possession, 1 minute indeed. Wolves have possession with Trippier on the halfway line. Plays it down the channel. Nobody's tracked the run of Fair Lopez, but it's not a clean first touch. That's allowed McLaughlin to get across. Horrid clearance. He's actually found a teammate, Afolayan. I think that's largely because of the pace of Afolayan rather than the pass itself. Blackburn have possession. There's a coming together between Mosquera and Gudjonsson. Both are rolling around. I think the referee has given Blackburn the free kick, even though Mosquera's looking a little bit more injured. He's clutching his face and Gudjonsson's clutching his ankle. Make of that what you will, but 10 seconds of stoppage time remaining. This free kick will be about it. Mosquera's still down, clutching his face. Into the second minute of stoppage. Now I think the referee's advised him to get up politely, and he is up, and he seems to be okay.
It looked like one to the chest more than the face, and it's just if Farrellan was considering his options, the way Mosquera was jumping up, like bounced up off the ground, suggesting maybe he wasn't as injured as he was suggesting.
Last probably attack, free kick down the channel, and in fact kicking the free kick brought about the half-time whistle at the break. It's Wolves 1, Blackburn 1.
Half-time at Molineux. Wolves won at Blackburn, won a great game so far. Wolves taking the lead after 18 minutes. Marshall Manetzi striding through midfield and starting pass at Balázs Torv, but deservedly Blackburn got an equaliser after 27. Morishita's ball in from the right-hand side. A clever run by Sean McLaughlin, who guided his header past Dan Bentley. Wolves have been the better side heading in towards the break. Fer Lopez having a shot just over the bar. Manetzi 2. Really well balanced game this. 1-1 at half-time. Half-time at Molineux. Wolves won at Blackburn, won a great game so far. Wolves taking the lead after 18 minutes. Marshall Manetzi striding through midfield and starting pass at Balázs Torv, but deservedly Blackburn got an equaliser after 27. Morishita's ball in from the right-hand side. A clever run by Sean McLaughlin, who guided his header past Dan Bentley. Wolves have been the better side heading in towards the break. Fer Lopez having a shot just over the bar. Manetzi 2. Really well balanced game this. 1-1 at half-time. Half-time at Molineux. Wolves won at Blackburn, won a great game so far. Wolves taking the lead after 18 minutes. Marshall Manetzi striding through midfield and starting pass at Balázs Torv, but deservedly Blackburn got an equaliser after 27. Morishita's ball in from the right-hand side. A clever run by Sean McLaughlin, who guided his header past Dan Bentley. Wolves have been the better side heading in towards the break. Fer Lopez having a shot just over the bar. Manetzi 2. Really well balanced game this. 1-1 at half-time. Half-time at Molineux. Wolves won at Blackburn, won a great game so far. Wolves taking the lead after 18 minutes. Marshall Manetzi striding through midfield and starting pass at Balázs Torv, but deservedly Blackburn got an equaliser after 27. Morishita's ball in from the right hand side. A clever run by Sean McLaughlin, who guided his header past Dan Bentley. Wolves win the better side heading in towards the break. Fur Lopez having a shot just over the bar. Manetzi 2. Really well balanced game this. 1-1 at half-time. Half-time at Molineux. Wolves won at Blackburn, won a great game so far. Wolves taking the lead after 18 minutes. Marshall Manetzi striding through midfield and starting pass at Balázs Torv, but deservedly Blackburn got an equaliser after 27. Morishita's ball in from the right hand side. A clever run by Sean McLaughlin, who guided his header past Dan Bentley. Wolves win the better side heading in towards the break. Fur Lopez having a shot just over the bar. Manetzi 2. Really well balanced game this. 1-1 at half-time. Half-time at Molineux. Wolves won at Blackburn, won a great game so far. Wolves taking the lead after 18 minutes. Marshall Manetzi striding through midfield and starting pass at Balázs Torv, but deservedly Blackburn got an equaliser after 27. Morishita's ball in from the right hand side. A clever run by Sean McLaughlin, who guided his header past Dan Bentley. Wolves win the better side heading in towards the break. Fur Lopez having a shot just over the bar. Manetzi 2. Really well balanced game this. 1-1 at half-time. Half-time at Molineux. Wolves won at Blackburn, won a great game so far. Wolves taking the lead after 18 minutes. Marshall Manetzi striding through midfield and starting pass at Balázs Torv, but deservedly Blackburn got an equaliser after 27. Morishita's ball in from the right hand side. A clever run by Sean McLaughlin, who guided his header past Dan Bentley. Wolves win the better side heading in towards the break. Fur Lopez having a shot just over the bar. Manetzi 2. Really well balanced game this. 1-1 at half-time. Half-time at Molineux. Wolves won at Blackburn, won a great game so far. Wolves taking the lead after 18 minutes. Marshall Manetzi striding through midfield and starting pass at Balázs Torv, but deservedly Blackburn got an equaliser after 27. Morishita's ball in from the right hand side. A clever run by Sean McLaughlin, who guided his header past Dan Bentley. Wolves win the better side heading in towards the break. Fur Lopez having a shot just over the bar. Manetzi 2. Really well balanced game this. 1-1 at half-time. Half-time at Molineux. Wolves won at Blackburn, won a great game so far. Wolves taking the lead after 18 minutes. Marshall Manetzi striding through midfield and starting pass at Balázs Torv, but deservedly Blackburn got an equaliser after 27. Morishita's ball in from the right hand side. A clever run by Sean McLaughlin, who guided his header past Dan Bentley. Wolves win the better side heading in towards the break. Fur Lopez having a shot just over the bar. Manetzi 2. Really well balanced game this. 1-1 at half-time. Half-time at Molineux. Wolves won at Blackburn, won a great game so far. Wolves taking the lead after 18 minutes. Marshall Manetzi striding through midfield and starting pass at Balázs Torv, but deservedly Blackburn got an equaliser after 27. Morishita's ball in from the right hand side. A clever run by Sean McLaughlin, who guided his header past Dan Bentley. Wolves win the better side heading in towards the break. Fur Lopez having a shot just over the bar. Manetzi 2. Really well balanced game this. 1-1 at half-time. Half-time at Molineux. Wolves won at Blackburn, won a great game so far. Wolves taking the lead after 18 minutes. Marshall Manetzi striding through midfield and starting pass at Balázs Torv, but deservedly Blackburn got an equaliser after 27. Morishita's ball in from the right hand side. A clever run by Sean McLaughlin, who guided his header past Dan Bentley. Wolves win the better side heading in towards the break. Fur Lopez having a shot just over the bar. Manetzi 2. Really well balanced game this. 1-1 at half-time. Half-time at Molineux. Wolves won at Blackburn, won a great game so far. Wolves taking the lead after 18 minutes. Marshall Manetzi striding through midfield and starting pass at Balázs Torv, but deservedly Blackburn got an equaliser after 27. Morishita's ball in from the right hand side. A clever run by Sean McLaughlin, who guided his header past Dan Bentley. Wolves win the better side heading in towards the break. Fur Lopez having a shot just over the bar. Manetzi 2. Really well balanced game this. 1-1 at half-time. Half-time at Molineux. Wolves won at Blackburn, won a great game so far. Wolves taking the lead after 18 minutes. Marshall Manetzi striding through midfield and starting pass at Balázs Torv, but deservedly Blackburn got an equaliser after 27. Morishita's ball in from the right hand side. A clever run by Sean McLaughlin, who guided his header past Dan Bentley. Wolves win the better side heading in towards the break. Fur Lopez having a shot just over the bar. Manetzi 2. Really well balanced game this. 1-1 at half-time. Half-time at Molineux. Wolves won at Blackburn, won a great game so far. Wolves taking the lead after 18 minutes. Marshall Manetzi striding through midfield and starting pass at Balazs Torv, but deservedly Blackburn got an equaliser after 27. Morishita's ball in from the right hand side. A clever run by Sean McLaughlin, who guided his header past Dan Bentley. Wolves have been the better side heading in towards the break. Fur Lopez having a shot just over the bar. Manetzi 2. Really well balanced game this. 1-1 at half-time. Half-time at Molineux. Wolves won at Blackburn, won a great game so far. Wolves taking the lead after 18 minutes. Marshall Manetzi striding through midfield and starting pass at Balazs Torv, but deservedly Blackburn got an equaliser after 27. Morishita's ball in from the right hand side. A clever run by Sean McLaughlin, who guided his header past Dan Bentley. Wolves have been the better side heading in towards the break. Fur Lopez having a shot just over the bar. Manetzi 2. Really well balanced game this. 1-1 at half-time. Half-time at Molineux. Wolves won at Blackburn, won a great game so far. Wolves taking the lead after 18 minutes. Marshall Manetzi striding through midfield and starting pass at Balazs Torv, but deservedly Blackburn got an equaliser after 27. Morishita's ball in from the right hand side. A clever run by Sean McLaughlin, who guided his header past Dan Bentley. Wolves have been the better side heading in towards the break. Fur Lopez having a shot just over the bar. Manetzi 2. Really well balanced game this. 1-1 at half-time. Half-time at Molineux. Wolves won at Blackburn, won a great game so far. Wolves taking the lead after 18 minutes. Marshall Manetzi striding through midfield and starting pass at Balazs Torv, but deservedly Blackburn got an equaliser after 27. Morishita's ball in from the right hand side. A clever run by Sean McLaughlin, who guided his header past Dan Bentley. Wolves have been the better side heading in towards the break. Fur Lopez having a shot just over the bar. Manetzi 2. Really well balanced game this. 1-1 at half-time. Half-time at Molineux. Wolves won at Blackburn, won a great game so far. Wolves taking the lead after 18 minutes. Marshall Manetzi striding through midfield and starting pass at Balazs Torv, but deservedly Blackburn got an equaliser after 27. Morishita's ball in from the right hand side. A clever run by Sean McLaughlin, who guided his header past Dan Bentley. Wolves have been the better side heading in towards the break. Fur Lopez having a shot just over the bar. Manetzi 2. Really well balanced game this. 1-1 at half-time. Half-time at Molineux. Wolves won at Blackburn, won a great game so far. Wolves taking the lead after 18 minutes. Marshall Manetzi striding through midfield and starting pass at Balazs Torv, but deservedly Blackburn got an equaliser after 27. Morishita's ball in from the right hand side. A clever run by Sean McLaughlin, who guided his header past Dan Bentley. Wolves have been the better side heading in towards the break. Fur Lopez having a shot just over the bar. Manetzi 2. Really well balanced game this. 1-1 at half-time. Half-time at Molineux. Wolves won at Blackburn, won a great game so far. Wolves taking the lead after 18 minutes. Marshall Manetzi striding through midfield and starting pass at Balazs Torv, but deservedly Blackburn got an equaliser after 27. Morishita's ball in from the right hand side. A clever run by Sean McLaughlin, who guided his header past Dan Bentley. Wolves have been the better side heading in towards the break. Fur Lopez having a shot just over the bar. Manetzi 2. Really well balanced game this. 1-1 at half-time. Half-time at Molineux. Wolves won at Blackburn, won a great game so far. Wolves taking the lead after 18 minutes. Marshall Manetzi striding through midfield and starting pass at Balazs Torv, but deservedly Blackburn got an equaliser after 27. Morishita's ball in from the right hand side. A clever run by Sean McLaughlin, who guided his header past Dan Bentley. Wolves have been the better side heading in towards the break. Fur Lopez having a shot just over the bar. Manetzi 2. Really well balanced game this. 1-1 at half-time. Half-time at Molineux. Wolves won at Blackburn, won a great game so far. Wolves taking the lead after 18 minutes. Marshall Manetzi striding through midfield and starting pass at Balazs Torv, but deservedly Blackburn got an equaliser after 27. Morishita's ball in from the right hand side. A clever run by Sean McLaughlin, who guided his header past Dan Bentley. Wolves have been the better side heading in towards the break. Fur Lopez having a shot just over the bar. Manetzi 2. Really well balanced game this. 1-1 at half-time. Half-time at Molineux. Wolves won at Blackburn, won a great game so far. Wolves taking the lead after 18 minutes. Marshall Manetzi striding through midfield and starting pass at Balazs Torv, but deservedly Blackburn got an equaliser after 27. Morishita's ball in from the right hand side. A clever run by Sean McLaughlin, who guided his header past Dan Bentley. Wolves have been the better side heading in towards the break. Fur Lopez having a shot just over the bar. Manetzi 2. Really well balanced game this. 1-1 at half-time. Half-time at Molineux. Wolves won at Blackburn, won a great game so far. Wolves taking the lead after 18 minutes. Marshall Manetzi striding through midfield and starting pass at Balazs Torv, but deservedly Blackburn got an equaliser after 27. Morishita's ball in from the right hand side. A clever run by Sean McLaughlin, who guided his header past Dan Bentley. Wolves win the better side heading in towards the break. Fur Lopez having a shot just over the bar. Manetzi 2. Really well balanced game this. 1-1 at half-time. Half-time at Molineux. Wolves won at Blackburn, won a great game so far. Wolves taking the lead after 18 minutes. Marshall Manetzi striding through midfield and starting pass at Balazs Torv, but deservedly Blackburn got an equaliser after 27. Morishita's ball in from the right hand side. A clever run by Sean McLaughlin, who guided his header past Dan Bentley. Wolves win the better side heading in towards the break. Fur Lopez having a shot just over the bar. Manetzi 2. Really well balanced game this. 1-1 at half-time. Half-time at Molineux. Wolves won at Blackburn, won a great game so far. Wolves taking the lead after 18 minutes. Marshall Manetzi striding through midfield and starting pass at Balazs Torv, but deservedly Blackburn got an equaliser after 27. Morishita's ball in from the right hand side. A clever run by Sean McLaughlin, who guided his header past Dan Bentley. Wolves win the better side heading in towards the break. Fur Lopez having a shot just over the bar. Manetzi 2. Really well balanced game this. 1-1 at half-time. Half-time at Molineux. Wolves won at Blackburn, won a great game so far. Wolves taking the lead after 18 minutes. Marshall Manetzi striding through midfield and starting pass at Balazs Torv, but deservedly Blackburn got an equaliser after 27. Morishita's ball in from the right hand side. A clever run by Sean McLaughlin, who guided his header past Dan Bentley. Wolves win the better side heading in towards the break. Fur Lopez having a shot just over the bar. Manetzi 2. Really well balanced game this. 1-1 at half-time. Half-time at Molineux. Wolves won at Blackburn, won a great game so far. Wolves taking the lead after 18 minutes. Marshall Manetzi striding through midfield and starting pass at Balazs Torv, but deservedly Blackburn got an equaliser after 27. Morishita's ball in from the right hand side. A clever run by Sean McLaughlin, who guided his header past Dan Bentley. Wolves win the better side heading in towards the break. Fur Lopez having a shot just over the bar. Manetzi 2. Really well balanced game this. 1-1 at half-time. Half-time at Molineux. Wolves won at Blackburn, won a great game so far. Wolves taking the lead after 18 minutes. Marshall Manetzi striding through midfield and starting pass at Balazs Torv, but deservedly Blackburn got an equaliser after 27. Morishita's ball in from the right hand side. A clever run by Sean McLaughlin, who guided his header past Dan Bentley. Wolves win the better side heading in towards the break. Fur Lopez having a shot just over the bar. Manetzi 2. Really well balanced game this. 1-1 at half-time. Half-time at Molineux. Wolves won at Blackburn, won a great game so far. Wolves taking the lead after 18 minutes. Marshall Manetzi striding through midfield and starting pass at Balazs Torv, but deservedly Blackburn got an equaliser after 27. Morishita's ball in from the right hand side. A clever run by Sean McLaughlin, who guided his header past Dan Bentley. Wolves win the better side heading in towards the break. Fur Lopez having a shot just over the bar. Manetzi 2. Really well balanced game this. 1-1 at half-time. Half-time at Molineux. Wolves won at Blackburn, won a great game so far. Wolves taking the lead after 18 minutes. Marshall Manetzi striding through midfield and starting pass at Balazs Torv, but deservedly Blackburn got an equaliser after 27. Morishita's ball in from the right hand side. A clever run by Sean McLaughlin, who guided his header past Dan Bentley. Wolves win the better side heading in towards the break. Fur Lopez having a shot just over the bar. Manetzi 2. Really well balanced game this. 1-1 at half-time. Half-time at Molineux. Wolves won at Blackburn, won a great game so far. Wolves taking the lead after 18 minutes. Marshall Manetzi striding through midfield and starting pass at Balazs Torv, but deservedly Blackburn got an equaliser after 27. Morishita's ball in from the right hand side. A clever run by Sean McLaughlin, who guided his header past Dan Bentley. Wolves win the better side heading in towards the break. Fur Lopez having a shot just over the bar. Manetzi 2. Really well balanced game this. 1-1 at half-time. Half-time at Molineux. Wolves won at Blackburn, won a great game so far. Wolves taking the lead after 18 minutes. Marshall Manetzi striding through midfield and starting pass at Balazs Torv, but deservedly Blackburn got an equaliser after 27. Morishita's ball in from the right hand side. A clever run by Sean McLaughlin, who guided his header past Dan Bentley. Wolves win the better side heading in towards the break. Fur Lopez having a shot just over the bar. Manetzi 2. Really well balanced game this. 1-1 at half-time. Half-time at Molineux. Wolves won at Blackburn, won a great game so far. Wolves taking the lead after 18 minutes. Marshall Manetzi striding through midfield and starting pass at Balázs Torv, but deservedly Blackburn got an equaliser after 27. Morishita's ball in from the right hand side, a clever run by Sean McLaughlin, who guided his header past Dan Bentley. Wolves have been the better side heading in towards the break. Fer Lopez having a shot just over the bar. Manetzi too. Really well balanced game this, 1-1 at half-time. Half-time at Molineux. Wolves won at Blackburn, won a great game so far. Wolves taking the lead after 18 minutes. Marshall Manetzi striding through midfield and starting pass at Balázs Torv, but deservedly Blackburn got an equaliser after 27. Morishita's ball in from the right hand side, a clever run by Sean McLaughlin, who guided his header past Dan Bentley. Wolves have been the better side heading in towards the break. Fer Lopez having a shot just over the bar. Manetzi too. Really well balanced game this, 1-1 at half-time. And we are back. No changes by the looks of it. Wolves won, Blackburn won. Manetzi giving Wolves the lead. McLaughlin equalising. The goals going on 18 and 27 minutes. Wolves, it's fair to say, were the better of the two teams heading in to the break. Mane and Fer Lopez going close with efforts from the edge of the area. Blackburn are good spells in the game, very bright. Alibiosu down the right hand side. Morishita with the cross from that side as well. Set up the equaliser. Mosquera's back past Dan Bentley wasn't the best. The goalkeeper alert though, hammers it out for a throw. Front of the dugouts. The teams then. Bentley's the goalkeeper for Wolves. Jose Sars on the bench. It's a 4-2-3-1. It's Trippier, Mosquera, Toti Gomez the captain, and Mola Wolf across the back. Andre Manetzi holding the midfield. Rodrigo Gomez, Lopez and Mane behind Armstrong. Toffs the goalkeeper for Blackburn. Same 4-2-3-1. Alibiosu, Aitchison, McLaughlin and Pickering. Montgomery and Forshaw in midfield. Morishita, Cantwell the captain, and Afolayan behind Good Johnson. Wolves coming forward early on. Yes, they are, because Fer Lopez has won a tackle in the middle of the park. He stumbles. Manetzi, lovely footwork from him. But, just loses at his footing at the wrong time, but then recovers with a good challenge. Does the Zimbabwe. Pickering on a yellow card. They were a bit untidy, were Rovers from that point of view in the first half. Forshaw and captain Cantwell also on yellows. No cautions thus far for Wolves. Morishita's tucked in. He's got Alibiosu in lots of space on the right hand side. He's going to try and do it himself, the Japanese. Eventually finds the Afolayan. This is a shooting chance, not a bad one. Always rising. The goalkeeper wanted to make safe, Bentley, and tips it over the first corner kick of the second half. Yeah, decent strike, and again it's a big hole in the middle of the field. I know there was a sort of press that Wolves were trying to play, but they played through it, did Blackburn, and all of a sudden Morishita's running through the middle. He arguably was fouled by Andre, but the referee played a good advantage, and that's kind of been the game. I think Wolves have controlled a lot of it, and Blackburn have been living on scraps, but there is a threat there from Blackburn. Obviously they've equalised, and they've just forced a good save out of Bentley. The threat is there, there's no doubt about it. Wolves, as good as they've been, they do leave the door open. Cantwell balling from the corner kick wasn't the best, but Wolves making a bit of a mess of clearing the lines. Eventually, well played by Rodrigo Gomez. His clearance over his shoulder actually reached halfway where Pickering was there. Pickering's ball to Alibiosu wasn't the best. Nigerian does well, finds Forshaw on halfway. Now Morishita down the right hand side. Mola Wolf had a tough first season in England, a tough evening this evening as well. Afolayan's ball into Good Johnson! 2-1 at Rovers! Everything coming down the right hand side as they attack. I was just saying, Mola Wolf had a poor season last season. He knows he can't match Morishita or Alibiosu for pace. He's backing off. Both goals have come from that right hand side. Good Johnson, great run across the near post and makes it 2-1. Yeah, I mean, he's struggled all game, and you could argue that he's not getting any help at all. I mean, why is he marking Morishita and Alibiosu? Somebody should be helping him out. They're not doing a very good job. And it's a good ball down the right channel. The cross actually did take a slight deflection, but there's a channel for the cross to go into, and it's a big enough channel for it to be a problem. The keeper can't come out.
I don't think the deflection necessarily ruined Wolves' chances, if that makes any sense, but it did make it quite easy. But Johnson's got the run on the defenders anyway, so he could have easily scored. And it's been a problem, particularly that right channel, as Jack was saying. This time, I think it was Afalayan who made the break as well, helping out. And Wolves have not at one point in this game have they looked like they've got a hold of that left-hand side of their defence. Not once in the game, and now they're playing catch-up.
Yes, they are 7 goals last season for Johnson. Off the mark for this one. It's worth mentioning, Rob referenced it in the first half, that Blackburn far stronger on the road last season than they were at Ewood Park. Afalayan shot towards the near post, out for a goal kick, but they won 9 times on the road last term, only 4 times at Ewood Park. Wolves obviously had a nightmare campaign in the Premier League, both home and away. Muller Wolf, their one change this evening from the win over Port Vale in the EFL Cup. Bueno out with a groin injury, and you probably made a very good point. He's been backing off his man, but that's because he can't go forward, because he's got no one really to help him in front of him. Mane's offering pretty limited protection from further down that wing. The Norwegian is being caught out. 3 wins all season last season for Wolves. All of them were at Molineux though. Nets' ball is a bit heavy, tough controls, and calms things down. Just having a look at Wolves' options, and we'll go on to Blackburn's as well on the bench. Bueno, Lima, Chiwera, Jiga, Coyle, Adozi, Jimenez, Sarr, the goalkeeper, and Chachua. So there is potential for change for Wolves. They might be a bit patient. They've got attacking options. Mane now, the ball broke to him, he throws himself to the ground. He's going to get a yellow card there as well. Might be we might see a different angle on the replay, but my first initial it's a dive, and it's a good decision by the referee.
Yeah, I'm all for it. I mean, there is contact, but that's largely because the right leg flicks out in the direction of Montgomery, and of course he's made contact with him. I don't know why he wants to go down. He's squared him up, he's going past him, he's going into the box. I think he wanted to shoot on his right, and Montgomery knew that, and so he had to go on his left, and thought he's not as confident on his left. I'm all for that. I don't care how much contact there was. He's trying to win a free kick. Good decision. Having said that, it was given away terribly by Blackburn. There was a big chance there of making a silly mistake in possession. Obviously, Wolves didn't capitalise.
It's another good point you make there. I don't think he wanted to shoot on his left. He was through on goal. It was quite bizarre, really, by Mane. Betrays a lack of confidence on that left foot. Just having a look at Blackburn. It's given away poorly by Forshaw. I think Mane wasn't quite expecting that, and Forshaw gets away with it. Blackburn substitutes Carter. Fevrier scored the winner against Burton. Garrett, who dropped out this evening. Henriksen, Sam Morsey, one of the players who's come in this to the squad this summer, as is Fevrier. He came from Stockport. Morsey was at Bristol City. Hashi, the top scorer last season. Yuri Ribeiro, left back. Piers, the goalkeeper. And Sidney Tavares. Wolves just trying to regain their composure. Inevitably, Cesar Pochotto has sent some potential reinforcements out to prepare themselves. And Raul Jimenez is among them. Toti Gomez, Mosquera now. Down the line, Trippier, inside balls behind Gomez. Johnson, nice ball to him by Pickering. Johnson will switch the play. It's a good ball, really good ball. Afalayan's playing off the right, it seems, in this second half. He's going to have a run at his man. It's actually Ali Biosu. Ali Biosu into the box, ball across the area. Afalayan tries to get there towards the edge of the area. Bit of a percentage play by Ali Biosu. Afalayan picks up the seconds. Cantwell's going to be offside. It looked a good run initially, but suspiciously so. But again, Mane's just offering no. From a defensive point of view, he's not helping Moller Wolf out, and Moller Wolf's having to go backwards because he knows that he might at any time have to spring onto a second man once the ball's played.
Yeah, I think they've got to change it. I don't know if Mane can actually do some defending, or maybe Wolf needs to be a little bit more aggressive. Like you say, he's backing off, but we've seen in the second half, since Wolves have gone behind, Trippier is putting a bit of pressure on the Blackburn winger, whoever it might be it Pickering, be it Afolayan, inside the Blackburn half. He wasn't doing that in the first half. Maybe Wolf should do the same on the left hand side. Clearly they're not worried about Alabiosu because they haven't marked him for 55 minutes, so that could be a tactic. Mane's, I don't know whether it's confidence because he's just picked up a yellow card for diving, but it looks as though that's Sam Morsey coming on for Blackburn.
Yeah, this might be a change to see quite a lot this season.
Adam Forshaw's
on a yellow card, but I think those two are probably going to have end the campaign with the same amount of minutes but play very few of them together. I think it's going to be almost a like for like. Sam Morsey coming in from Bristol City, his debut of course in the Championship for Blackburn. Not as young as he once was, obviously, Sam Morsey, but a good man to have around at this level.
Yeah, he's, obviously they've got a lead to protect, and he wants somebody to put the hard yards in. He's not afraid to do that, that's for sure. Quite likely to pick up a yellow card, I guess. That's his forte. Mane cutting in from the left-hand side, right-footed curler, can't keep it down. It's comfortably over the bar in truth. Toff watching that fairly relaxed fashion all the way. But again, one-on-one, but he's much more confident shooting with his right than he was his left. And again, he's beaten his man, but he pulls the trigger, not afraid to. A couple of changes coming up for Wolves as well. They've got to do something. I think that was their first shot in the second half. Obviously, Blackburn have scored, had a couple of others. And they need to buck it up. I think they've got to press a little bit higher up the field. That would condense the space, perhaps, that Alabiosu is just freely running into at the moment, if it's getting closed down nearer the halfway line. But Raul Jimenez, one of the changes coming on for Wolves in the not too distant.
Yeah, Morsey, 35 next month, signed earlier this week, so his debut for the club. Spent the second half of last season at Bristol City. He went off the radar a bit, didn't he? He went to playing Kuwait this time last year, didn't quite work out. Back in the Championship. Manetzi going for a second goal. Shots deflected off for McLaughlin. Out for a corner kick.
I would say Manetzi's actually, because he breaks from deep, he's got into some really good positions, and when Fer Lopez breaks from deep, that's causing problems for Blackburn. I would say, Armstrong can't get a look in at the moment. He's high up the pitch. He's marked out the game. Mane's possibly not doing enough, but definitely Rodrigo Gomez should do more.
Yes, Trippier with the corner kick. Johnson with the header at the near post. Mane looks to slam it in, but Cantwell gets in there ahead of him. Back by Rodrigo Gomez. Moller Wolf. The space to measure a ball. Not the best. Manetzi flicks on towards the far post. Another great header by Pickering. Mane with the second, still going Mane, still going Armstrong, back to Mane, it's all a bit tight. 3 or 4 players on both sides. Afolayan's gone down there, he hasn't received a yellow card. But Lopez was the back post, well played by Aitchison, getting in ahead of Toti Gomez. They maybe could have challenged with a bit more aggression. Morishita thinks he's been fouled, it's play on though. Wolves have it, 30 yards out from the Blackburn goal. Down the line from Moller Wolf to Mane. Short ball to Toti Gomez. Andre to the other Gomez. Now Phil Lopez off the right hand side, looks up, thinks about swinging one in towards the far post, recycles. Trippier, Toti Gomez, will he go for goal? No, he won't. Andre just about does enough to ride the challenge of Todd Cantwell. On a yellow card, advantage being played. Gomez from the right hand side doesn't beat the first man, who is Morsey. And Blackburn will need to ride out this period of play. Trippier takes a quick throw. Conversation between the referee and a few players as Trippier dinks a ball over the top to Fer Lopez. Morsey heads it away. Cantwell only heads it to Manetzi, who's leaning back. and his effort well over the crossbar. Goal kick and a chance for Wolves to make those substitutions and for Blackburn to calm things down a bit.
Yeah, I mean, Mane's actually going off. He's one of the players who's going off. I think for Raul Jimenez coming on in his place. Menetzi's just got a rush of blood there. It's a sort of half volley 25 yards out, and he's gone for goal. He could have kept the pressure on, but we saw in the build-up to that attack a horrible cross from Rodrigo Gomez. He almost stubbed the ground before he hit the ball. Pressure getting to him maybe. So it's a bit of a problem for Wolves at the moment. I do like the way that they've been a bit more aggressive, trying to get the ball back, because obviously time's a factor, and we all know it. They can't stand off Blackburn at the moment, and that is forcing mistakes from Blackburn. They're giving the ball away, poor clearances, and it's allowing them to build a bit of pressure. But Toff hasn't had too much to do.
No, he hasn't. And as you imagine, we'll go right through the middle. Armstrong push to the left. Popular signing, I think it's fair to say. Jimenez, just seen a few shots of his family looking very, very happy at Molineux in the stands. The ground rose as one to applaud his introduction. We ticked over the hour mark. I wonder if Armstrong from the left, Jimenez from the right might be, or from a central position rather, will be how Wolves attack most of their games this season. It's a change of shape, having been 3-4-2-1 for so long. 4-2-3-1 it seems that's how they're going to start this campaign. Tony Mowbray, Blackburn boss, same shape, and seemed pretty happy, you'd imagine. 2-1 up his team. The underdogs coming into this game, of course reappointed in the summer, a 5-year spell previously at Ewood Park, and he's changed since then. It's Toti Gomez into Menetzi's feet. It's back to Moller Wolf. Armstrong, he is from the left, goes backwards to Toti Gomez, the skipper. Now Mosquera, stride over halfway if he wants, plays the ball behind Trippier, just sorts his feet out and go back to Mosquera. Blackburn happy to let Wolves play in front of them at the moment. Jimenez is almost, he was pointing to the gap where Menetzi basically scored from there. He was left for a few seconds by McLaughlin. He knew it too. Ball floated to Armstrong. He will line his man up now. Alabiosu cuts in from the right hand side. Ball's not the worst there by Armstrong. Aitchison heads away. Mosquera 40 yards out to Rodrigo Gomez. Jimenez, first real touch into the area. Stumbles, but not a foul. He wasn't really looking for it. It was good defending by Aitchison, who's having a good evening again, the teenager. High fives all round for Jimenez. Seeing it again. Ball just wouldn't quite sit for him. And I think in a world of VAR, that might have been a penalty, but for me, Aitchison's in total control of that situation, steps across his man and plays it away. Yeah,
but I think he, in the world of VAR, I think he stepped to play the ball and missed it, and then just used his strength to hold off for Jimenez. But you might argue that's a tackle that didn't win the ball. I like the way the referee played on. No real complaints from Raul Jimenez. Different game, EFL football, isn't it, compared to the Premier League. But, I mean, there's just no threat at the moment because Liverpool dinked in and Afolayan was trying to hold his run. If he'd just carried on running, forget the flag, whether it goes up. Nice idea from Cantwell. Just didn't quite come off. But it's quite static in the final third from Wolves. And the difference, or you can tell the difference, Alabiosu basically runs at a fullback, gets to the byline, crosses. Wolf, Trippier, they don't do that. And everything's coming back in field, and Pickering and Alabiosu defensively have had quite an easy night. They've not been put under any pressure, which is surprising, really.
Yes, it is. Just seeing a stat, Wolves haven't had a shot on target since the goal in the 18th minute. Toff, the Blackburn goalkeeper's had a pretty comfortable evening. If this were to be his last game with the club, mentioned really heavily linked with Celtic. He would go out with a winning cause. Just having a look at potential upcoming fixtures. Preston, who play Bolton tomorrow, their Wolves' next game. And Chef Wed in the EFL Cup was a foul by Trippier on halfway. Blackburn happy to play it backwards to go forwards. They've got Middlesbrough, another former club of Tony Mowbray, next Saturday. And Sheffield United in the EFL Cup. Long way to go. Still 26 minutes of the 90 plus additional time. Wolves 1, Blackburn 2 if you are just joining us. Unofficial off-tube studio commentary. Mascara. Step forward. Over halfway unopposed. Lays into Trippier's feet. Afolayan just gives him one back from that challenge before. And for Alam and Trippier, for an experienced player, probably just getting a bit too wound up there. Probably just reflects the situation. I think you're going to find a bit more in the Championship that if you're going to give it out, you've got to be able to take it back.
Yeah, I mean, it's a different kind of foul. The previous foul that Trippier did in Afolayan was kind of two arms around the waist and pulled him to the ground. This one is kind of just leaving his physical presence in the way of Trippier off balance, which, you know, I guess you're going to get annoyed by it, but you wouldn't say it was a dirty foul or anything like that. Foul maybe, yes, but Trippier's reacting as though it is late. It's going to be a couple of changes come up for Wolves. Not sure before the free kick is taken, but there's certainly, I mean, they've only just brought Jimenez on, but they're going to bring a couple more on. Trippier is still chirping with anybody, probably with the bench right now, to work out what the changes are going to be, but he's got to start influencing the game from an attacking position. You want his quality to make a difference if you're a Wolves fan. It hasn't yet.
Yeah, he takes bring it short to Fer Lopez and gets it back, whips a decent ball in, but the momentum really gone out of the move as Monetsi's header just trickles into Toff's hands. Tommy Doyle was one of those ready to come on for Manchester City midfielder. It's a good ball again. Blackburn is playing through the lines and Johnson into Alibiosu. Morishita's in the area. It's between everyone. Camwell had pulled off at the back post. Trippier did well. Johnson picks up possession on the edge of the area. Afolayan drifts into the space. He's vacated. Now the Iceland international to Morishita around the corner. It's a bit loose in midfield there by Montgomery, but Johnson looking for a second goal. Alibiosu's deflected cross in. Is he going to go for a corner? It's going to be a throw on the far side. Wolves ball. Again, it's just that right hand side, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, they got three eventually. Jimenez has to come back and threaten a tackle, but then that just forced Gudjonsson to sprint forward a few yards, and he's beaten 2-3. I mean, they're not defending well all game down that left-hand side. I do feel sorry for Wolfer in a little way because he's outnumbered. He's been outnumbered for the game, but he's not actually making any tackles. He's not doing anything to change the situation. He's not appearing to talk to players. He's not picking up fouls. He's just letting Blackburn do whatever they want down the right-hand side. Something's got to change, although the changes have been made. Trippier is one of the players that's just departed. Yes,
Shua has come on for him, and Tommy Doyle has replaced Rodrigo Gomez. February was signed from Stockport, coming on for Blackburn. Todd Cantwell is one of the players to go off. He was on a yellow card. I think Afolayan might be the other. He's going to be replaced by last season's top scorer, Yuri Ohashi. Well, they're going to go 4-4-2 by the looks of it, Blackburn. By the way, Ohashi's speaking to Gudjonsson. You can see he's saying to him, one drops and one goes, work as a partnership, and it's fair enough. Gudjonsson, he looked like he was going to commit a foul. I don't think he did, but Ireland was too quick on the whistle. Wolves have got a free kick in their own third. Back to Bentley, to Toti Gomez. Forward they come. Beverly's gone on the right hand side, so Morishita will play from the left, and it is a 4-4-2 with Ohashi alongside Johnson. Well, the Wolf into Andre in central position. Doyle gets his first touch. He's turned nicely onto the ball. It's a weak effort by for Lopez. Just prods at the ball rather than plays with any sort of conviction. Looks like he's going to play right at midfield. Doyle in the central position. We're seeing it again. Just kind of stabs at the ball over Toff's goal. To safety for Blackburn. Goal kick. We're into the final quarter of the game. We've got a surprise on our hands. Head in hands from some of the Wolves fans. And it's Wolves 1, Blackburn 2. Rob takes through to full time.
Yeah, cheers, Jack. Bit of frustration for old people like me. I'm thinking everything's cutting back inside from a Wolves perspective, be it Armstrong or Mane on the left-hand side, cutting back onto the right. Of course, poor clearance. He was put under pressure by not a brilliant back pass, Toff, but he sliced it horribly. It's a throw in to Wolves, which they have taken. Blackburn have regrouped, and it has forced Wolves back to the halfway line. But time's ticking, of course. 20 minutes left, plus whatever stoppage time is added on. Yeah, Fer Lopez, his right foot's not the strongest. Let's see if Chichua can make a difference for Wolves, a recent introduction. As they're under a little bit of pressure. They have hit the target in this half. It was a very tame header, and Blackburn haven't exactly been rock solid. I'm saying that in terms of possession in their own half. Fer Lopez tries to feed it into Jimenez. Is he caught as he released the ball? Yes, he is. Free kick. We haven't seen a free kick this sort of position. Shooting chance, a few yards to the right of the D, and certainly worth a crack at goal.
This is, if you're a left footer, this is where you take your first one from when you practice them after training, isn't it? As you say, to the right, I was saying, it looks like Raul Jimenez is going to stand over the ball. The camera focused on Kieran Trippier, who perhaps, I say this is where you practice from. Is this where he scored against Croatia in the World Cup in 2018? It's a similar angle, isn't it? You mentioned the Wolves attackers cutting inside. That was quite refreshing, Morishita playing from the right, and it did give Blackburn an outlet.
Fer Lopez, Raul Jimenez. It's Jimenez who drives into into the wall. It wasn't particularly high either, maybe waist height. He hasn't had many opportunities yet, Raul Jimenez. But that wasn't a particularly good free kick. Long ball. Jimenez has tried to use his strength. Pickering went down very easily. No foul. Good pass to Doyle. Can't get the ball down, and it's a bouncing ball under pressure, which he blazes way over the bar. If a better touch first stop, i.e. kill the ball, he's got a shooting chance, but not when he did.
Yeah, sorry. I think it's also one of those that in 3 or 4 weeks' time hit his hand, actually, didn't it? And that's maybe what put him off a bit. I think in 3 or 4 games' time, when he's a bit sharper, he probably hits that one. Poor touch, then hits it on the half volley, but everyone was getting up to match sharpness. In the end, he panicked because the Blackburn players came straight towards him. A bit like Manetzi, actually. I say he panicked, leaning back and over the bar.
Yeah, the shots are adding up again. Took Wolves a while to get going, but none of the shots are particularly threatening. They're up to 16, still only 2 on target, and of course one was the goal, and the other one was that tame header. I suppose the free kick moments ago might have technically been on target, but didn't look as though he was going to get past the wall. Didn't. And time continues to tick. Wolves 1, Blackburn 2. Of course, Wolves led in this game as well. There's a long ball downfield. Is headed back by Mosquera to Bentley, and Wolves start again.
Well, I'm just doing the mental arithmetic. It's taken me a while, I have to say, but it's now 54 minutes, the old 9 times table going in, since Wolves had a shot on target, which is a long time.
Ball is in the box though with Fer Lopez. He's put under pressure though by Pickering. He still has it. He's come out of the area. He's going away from goal. He's now 30 yards from goal, having picked it up in the box. Somehow he's got the ball back after he was half tackled and ended up on the deck. I think Blackburn are possibly starting to think about what they're protecting rather than what they might win. Fer Lopez in a more central position, holds off the attentions of Ahashi, feeds it out to Armstrong, left edge of the box, onto his right foot, of course, almost left the ball behind. Wolf is now offside. Armstrong with a left-footed cross, blocked by the legs of Alabiosu, who manages to clear for a throw-in before it goes behind. It's still an attacking set piece for the home side, but Mosquera's long throw, probably not the best long throw in the world. Certainly an opportunity. They're struggling in the final third. Set piece, you never know. Mosquera, it's gone high, hanging. Aitchison beats Montgomery in the air, and then it's helped further downfield. Picked up near the halfway line by a little backheel from Fair Lopez. Doyle, Chichua's gone on the overlap. Doyle can't find him. Hacked away by Morsey into touch. Another long throw potential. Although Mosquera's on the wrong side of the pitch at the moment. They're taking it quickly. They've worked the triangle well. Chichua down the right-hand side. Cross blocked by the sliding McLaughlin, who's done really well because he was playing catch-up there. He's managed to... The ball was in the air as well, so sliding, stretched his leg in the air, blocked it behind. He was floating with being offside. He was floating with deflecting off Chichua to be a goal kick, but I think a corner's given.
Yes. I think this might have avoided Chichua. It was an awful throw by Fer Lopez. I kind of recoiled there. Good defending by McLaughlin, who's now wearing the captain's armband.
Yeah, corner on the right. Doyle takes an away swinger, headed away though by McLaughlin, and now breaking for Blackburn is Morishita. Doyle can't slow him down either. In fact, it's Ahashi, I beg his pardon. He's got support as well with Fevre. Ball played into the box a little bit too early. It's actually well read by Chichua, and he's got the pace to recover. Clears up to the halfway line. It is flicked on. I don't think Fair Lopez has got the pace to get that ball though. McLaughlin guides it back to Toth, and Blackburn start again. Certainly counter opportunities for Rovers. That's a terrible pass from Aitchison, although Andre trying to the forward pass too early. I don't think Manetzi was quite ready for it. He's giving it straight back to Rovers as Gudjonsson tries to turn Andre. He has a ball fed to Ahashi. He does have Fevre on the other side of the box, but he can't quite keep the ball under pressure, and in fact it's played off him, goes behind. Goal kick to Wolves, but around about 14 minutes to go.
Yeah, it was a real opportunity, that, wasn't it, for Blackburn. Fevre did almost everything right. If he was making a decoy run, I think Morishita wanted to find him. Maybe a bit of energy just lacking at the moment from the Japanese. Good tracking back by Andre. Just trying to see where the creativity at the moment is going to come from for Wolves. You can see Fair Lopez, you can see by his body language, he just jumps up there. That's not a bad ball into Armstrong. Ooh, did he get a shove from Alibiosu? Trying to chest it into the goalkeeper's hands. Friar Lam didn't think there was anything in it, but I'm just trying to see where the creativity is going to come from Wolves.
Nice little nutmeg in the centre of the field from Fevre. He's then just caught by Manetzi, so it will be a free kick. He's playing with a bit of confidence, bearing in mind that's inside the Blackburn half. It was a good ball. Totti Gomez actually came off Armstrong's knee. He wants a penalty. He's never going to get it. He's on the stretch. There's a problem though. Is that Fevre who's gone down, getting their right leg stretched? This could be a problem because he's only just come on the field. Or the pitch rather, it's not a field. Stats flashed up from last season. Blackburn didn't finish off games well. Only Sheffield Wednesday and Wrexham conceded more goals after 75 minutes. They've just brought... Lima's going to come on for Wolves actually, but I think Fevre might be forced off for Blackburn.
Well, they're going to... Of course, this would be... their final window as well. It looks like Yuri Ribeiro might be coming on as well, so that'd be is he going to play right back? Surely not. Or from the right, he's a left back, so we'll have to see. Tommy Doyle's receiving some treatment. I think it's actually Ali Biosu, so that's better news from a Blackburn point of view, not having to immediately substitute a player. Pedro Lima preparing to come on for Marlow Wolf. Bueno having a drop off quite late on with that groin injury, and Marlow Wolf struggled this evening. Is Lima going to play left back? I wouldn't think so. It's another change as well. Chuera's also going to come on for Andre. He's done a lot of work in midfield, so a bit of a reshuffle for Wolves. We're still to get confirmation on that Blackburn change. Of course, if you go down, you have to go off, don't you? Now, Garrett, who dropped out the side this evening, he's going to come on for Good Johnson. Morishita's also coming off for Yuri Ribeiro, so it looks like Ali Biosu is going to stay on. Are they going to make him go off to come back on again?
Well, they're going to have to, aren't they? Yeah, he's just stretching it out. No, he's on the field, he's stretching, didn't need to. Who knows what rules are these days? Just play as you go along.
Well, you can see
I suppose he didn't get any treatment, did he?
Well, that's true, but he's not moving well at all. He was a bit confused why they haven't maybe made the change. An interesting approach by Tony Mowbray. Side still lead 2-1.
Yeah, just shrug it off, lad. Looked as though it might have been cramp potentially. There's a coming together. Lima penalised as Ribeiro went down with him at his back, and yeah, perhaps just a little bit too close. Felt the contact, and it is a free kick to Blackburn just inside their own half, which they're going to go down the left channel for. Lima's actually lost the sight of the ball momentarily. Garrett will give chase. He goes down under a little bit of pressure. The referee, which I quite like to see, Farah Alam, is not really blowing his whistle for fouls.
I think he's excellent, Farah Alam. I saw him a couple of times last season, and because you don't notice him, that's usually he's doing a good job, and he just seems to be just quite straightforward and quite consistent. He did play, didn't he, at quite a high level. I think he might have played perhaps at League 2, so he obviously knows the game. He's just got a good manner about him, I think. He's just quite efficient.
10 minutes to go plus stoppage time. Wolves trailing at home. One of the favourites for the title, let alone promotion, as Chirua tries to break down the left-hand side. Can't find a teammate in the box. Now there's a potential to counter as Febvre is charging down that right-hand side. It's been a problem all game. In fairness to Chirua, he's done really well to get back, get a challenge in and win the throw-in. Admittedly, he did give the ball away, but he's done a job. I mean, he's made a challenge, which is something new for a Wolves left-back this evening. Yeah, I do feel sorry for Wilfred. No support, outnumbered. Wasn't quite up to the task today. Long ball downfield, Armstrong through the middle. Well, McLaughlin went to ground. He wants a free kick. The fact that Armstrong didn't control it, I don't know whether the referee would have pulled it back. But McLaughlin's having a word with the referee as Toff picks it up. As I say, Armstrong couldn't quite keep hold of the ball. Ribeiro's caught in possession. The ball falls kindly for Morsey, though. And that's a good ball out towards Ahashi, unless the pace is there from Chichu, which it is. He then got a little nudge from Ahashi, and it will be a free kick to Wolves. 20 yards from their own corner flag, right-hand side. They've already taken it. They haven't got time to waste. Another Wolves player's just stretching. Obviously, it's the opening league game of the season. Mosquera might have picked up an issue. Totti Gomez might not have known that. He's just passed it straight to him. I don't think Totti Gomez is necessarily in the best shape. He's just off screen at the moment, but he's got a problem, and so Wolves might have to play without him as Doyle tries to switch play from left to right. Good pass, finds Lima, good control with Lopez up in support. Got a bit of time and space to the edge of the box. The layoff from True didn't quite work, but he's blocked the clearance, and now it should be cleared by Pickering. His second attempt into touch, throwing Wolves. Mosquera, every time he's in shot, he's sort of hunched over. And now he's hobbling back into a position after it was given away by Fair Lopez, who's then fouled Garrett to concede the free kick. And it just doesn't look like Mosquera can finish this game.
No, and they made the 5 changes, haven't they, Wolves? Seeing it again. He just goes down under a challenge from Ribeiro, and he just hyperextends, I think, and it might be a calf injury that might be his problem, perhaps a twisted ankle. No hint of a foul or anything, but it's one of those where I think Manezzi will play centre half, and Mosquera's basically it's going to be a body in midfield again. His teammates don't seem to have cottoned on yet because someone passed it to him again.
Fair Lopez did well to turn his first man, but the pass downfield in the direction of Armstrong and Jimenez isn't good. It was over here, dealt with by McLaughlin, back to Toth, who clears into the Wolves half, headed away by Totti Gomez. Fight for the loose ball on the halfway line. It's going to fall the way of Wolves eventually. not cleanly, and Alabiosu's had his own injury concern recently. He's still down after that challenge, which of course the referee said no foul. Wolves have it. They're not in a rush to get it forward, even though Blackburn are down a man. Is that out of kindness? I don't know. It's worked out onto the right-hand side. Cross to the far post, headed away by Aitchison. Helped further downfield by Ribeiro as Minetti fell over trying to close him down. It's going to be pumped back by Mosquera and only partially cleared by Blackburn. But then it's won back by Morsey, who read the intentions of Doyle. Slows it down approaching the halfway line. Time continues to tick. There's still over 5 minutes of the 90 to go, plus a little bit of stoppage time. At the moment, it's walking wounded. Both teams rather, seem to have at least one player struggling. Mosquera for Wolves, Salabioso for Blackburn. And it's Rovers on the attack. Ribeiro, really poor pass, looking for Garrett, who was in space, but he sliced it. Can only find Chichua, and Wolves have it back. Doyle out to Lima on the halfway line, goes long and early towards Armstrong, easily beaten there by McLaughlin, and that's a good turn on the halfway line as well by Morsey to get away from Fair Lopez. Worked over to the right hand side. Fevrier slowed it down to walking pace. He's got support though, comes inside, thinks about a left footed shot, and again shot took a deflection as Mosquera got the block in. It is a corner. This is exactly where Blackburn want to be.
Yes, it is an opportunity for them to take some time out of the game. It is now over an hour of this football match. Since Wolves scored and since they had their second shot on target in the game. There was some that flurry of opportunities or shots from distance towards the end of the first half, but Blackburn, I think they've grown in confidence. The game has gone on and look, decent control.
Yeah, obviously the goals were key as the corners towards the far post. Keeper came, stood on his line. It was a header towards goal. It was never on target. Cleared by Wolves. Good turn. Jimenez just on the edge of his own box wins the free kick, but that wasn't convincing defending from the set piece. But they survive, Wolves, and looking for an equaliser. Time ticks into the final 4 minutes at Molineux. Independent, unofficial off-tube studio commentary. Wolves not really threatening though. Blackburn have done a job. Obviously it's a big long season, we know that, and it's not going to spell the end of Wolves' title challenge. Should it materialise eventually. The championship isn't won on the opening day, of course, but just a bit of a wake-up call if they don't recover from this position. Ball fired up to the feet of Jimenez. He goes down under pressure. No foul, says the referee, and not sure what Garrett's trying to do. He's playing the territory game. He's lofted it into space, giving chases Ribeiro, and he will get there ahead of Lima. Plays it off Lima into touch. Throw-in is going to be Blackburn's, and at the moment Wolves are down a man because mentioned Mosquera's got an injury. He's getting treatment off the field of play now. So Wolves 2-1 down on the scoreboard, a man down with 3 minutes to go plus stoppage time, and obviously not in a great position at this late stage. Obviously the second goal changed the game really. It took a while for Wolves to actually offer a threat, but by the time they have, Blackburn have kind of regrouped, and as we've talked about, Toth has had very little to do in the game, and Fevrier sleds it through. Hashi's got the wrong side of Totti Gomez. Is it coming together? What's the referee going to do? No foul, says the referee. Again, I like it. Blackburn furious, Wolves relieved, but it's still 2-1.
Yeah, Hashi, he just doesn't quite have the pace to get enough across Totti Gomez for that to be a foul, does he? He's trying to get across it. In the end, the touch isn't great. He didn't quite have the pace to forward, and it's coming together, I think.
Yeah.
Perhaps manufactured by the Blackburn man.
One of those natural coming together. I don't know how they word their decisions at referees, but there is no VAR, which is great to see. the game ruiner as 90 seconds left. Mosquera's back on the field of play. He's just trying to take a quick throw, but he's really struggling. You don't know how much damage he's actually doing to his leg continuing to play, but of course desperate to give Wolves a chance to get something from this game. And they need something very quick. Jimenez, Armstrong have really struggled to get service of any description. The longer the game's gone on, arguably the worse Wolves have got.
Yeah, I totally agree. They came out well. They lost a bit of confidence after conceding the equaliser. His chances have been too few far between. Manetzi into the box. Is that Morsi bringing him down? No, Manetzi played on, suggesting it wasn't a foul. He's going to be a corner kick. Pickering got it away.
I think it might be thrown right on the corner flag. I think the pass was intended for Armstrong, but took a deflection, and Montgomery just got enough of the ball there, challenging Manetzi. And again, it's Manetzi in a very advanced position. Long throw, which the injured Mosquera is going to take. This is arguably his best long throw. Flicked up near post, and everybody gambled near post. It wasn't on target. Jimenez on the half turn the other way. Can't control. I think he was just trying to help it along, but it's taken it away from all his teammates beyond the far post, and it will just be a goal kick.
Just has the feeling one of those nights now for Wolves. We wait the fourth officials board. It can't be too far away. Just thinking of the Mosquera situation, it might have a knock-on effect to some of the fans start to head towards exits. On the likes of Santi Bueno and Ladislav Krejci, both of them have been linked with moves away at this just the 4 minutes. That's a knock-on from Villarreal as well, I think.
February on the right-hand side gets a cross in, but it's too close to Bentley on this occasion, and Wolves have it back. But they've got no time left, of course. Well, 3.5 minutes. And they've struggled to get any meaningful opportunities. Doesn't mean one isn't coming, as Armstrong tries to gather Jimenez's flick. He can't quite control it though. It's too heavy. He felt Aitchison got a challenge in, and it should be a Wolves throw, but it's a Blackburn throw 20 yards from their own corner flag down the left hand side. And another thing that I find frustrating, they got Pickering on a yellow card, but I think that was the last time anybody took him on, and that was a first half yellow card.
Well, maybe we'll come back to it as Blackburn come forward.
Oh, actually, Garrett's made a run down the diagonal. It's reverse attempt, and Garrett will actually keep it in. Obviously, Wolves slow to regroup, and it wouldn't have been easy to spot Garrett, but they've done it, and they've kept possession high up the field, and now Morsi cuts inside Fer Lopez. He doesn't do much to slow him down. Garrett on the touchline. Ahashi closed down, challenges flying in, eventually won by Wolves, and Chiru is bringing it clear for the old gold, and Montgomery's missed his attempted hack. Bit of space for Chichira down that left hand side, halfway inside the Blackburn half already. Left footed cross is blocked. What's the referee going to do? Is he given a penalty? He's given a penalty for a handball on the block clearance. Now, there isn't an argument from Ali Biossi that he didn't strike his hand, because he's pointing to a position on the field of play that he was outside the area. So the referee has given a handball to a cross, and he's right on the edge of the left edge of the area.
Oh, his hand is in, I think, isn't it? His feet are out, but I think his hand is in, because he's turning away from the ball. His right foot is, as he plants it in the area. I think it's a great call. My initial instinct was that it was outside the box from the main telly angle. We're going to see it again. The ball in from the left-hand side. Ali Biossi, I think it's a penalty. I think it's a fantastic call by the official.
Yeah, I think he's got it right. Yeah, the hand is obviously the penalty box side of his body, and it's gone past his body. I mean, it's come out of nothing. Raul Jimenez, I don't think he's had a shot in the game. He might get a leveller with 93 minutes just ticking over. He's got the penalty coming up. Can he beat Toth? It's a fairly long run-up, but I think he is a stutterer. Yeah, one stutter, two stutters, and he sent the keeper the wrong way. He stuttered so often. In the end, Toth's on the floor. Wolves have got an equaliser with a minute of stoppage remaining. I don't know where that's coming from, but I don't think there's any kind of argument handball inside the box. Jimenez has done the rest.
Unfortunate, isn't it, for Blackburn? The right call though, and a fine penalty by Jimenez. So cool in those situations. Back at Molineux with a goal on his second debut.
Yes, a matter of seconds left. They might add on a little bit of time, obviously, for the goal celebration, etc. But that was going in around about 93 minutes ticking over. 3 minutes of 4 added on. We've already had 40 seconds of the 4th minute of stoppage time. Well, Jimenez's family certainly enjoyed that one. And he's rescued a point. Oh, as the cross comes in, it's almost wrong-footed Bentley. He's flapped it away, and it's going to be a corner to Blackburn. We were watching replays of the penalty. I said it was a cross. It was Garrett with the shot. It was a shot on the turn, but we only caught the last bit of that. We were watching a replay of the Jimenez penalty. Last gasp, Blackburn corner into the 5th minute of stoppage time. There were meant to be 4. It's going to be an in-swinger on their right. 3-4 lurking on the edge of the 6-yard box. Couple a bit deeper, cross comes in, but there's a foul. There's shenanigans going on before it was delivered. Referee aborts that particular corner kick. It will be retaken. Tony Mowbray can't believe it. His side has looked so comfortable at the back in this second half, but pegged back with a penalty in the 3rd minute of stoppage time. Corner delivered in. Bentley, oh, he spilled the ball, but it's hammered away by Totti Gomez. The referee has penalised Blackburn, though, for a foul on the keeper. It didn't look entirely obvious, but a 5th minute of stoppage time has been completed. Wolves might have another chance to score. It's launched long downfield. Referee looks at his watch. There goes the full-time whistle at Molineux. It's finished. Wolves 2, Blackburn 2.
Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck.